one of the difficult things in this life is opportunity, because it does not announce itself. Because even in between conversations, opportunity lies in there, but if you have not built yourself to a point where you can spot it in conversations, it will be difficult for you to explore and take advantage of it. Or many times, opportunity is created, it is not given, and it is not handed over to. But before you can spot the opportunity to then go to the level of creating it, so there is a need for you to have built yourself to a point. And that is what positioning does. You position yourself for opportunity. So you build yourself to explore opportunity. I've got two classes to positioning. The first is the internal positioning, internal engineering. And the second phase is the external engineering. Because when most people talk about opportunity, the part they focus more is about external engineering, external positioning, which is about networking, about skill building, about location, about people, about place, about time, and all of that. That is what majority of people focus on. But there's a portion of internal engineering. And the first thing I mentioned when I was talking about internal engineering is quietness. That you've got to build yourself to a level where you can quiet the noise in between yourself, that you can stop the noise inside yourself. I said that in conversations, there are opportunity. But if the noise inside is too much, you won't be able to spot the opportunity in between conversations. And also, it is difficult for you to really have deep conversation that will dive you into opportunity because of noise in your head. You are before someone having conversation, but your tap is open before other people. As you are right here, you are in so many places. So many things are going on in your head. So you've got to be able to do the work of quietness. There's a book called The Power of Now, and it talks about how we attach ourselves so much to the mind that you are not your mind. You use your mind when there is a need for deep conversation, when there is a need for deep thinking, and you've got to focus on that moment of conversation. But because majority of people does not use their mind, it is the mind that is using them. So the noise, there's so many noise, there's so many tabs opened. And so when you are before someone having conversation, you are really not there. Most of the things you do in conversation is just to reply. It's just to reply to what the person is trying to say. You had already prepared your answers. You are just giving answers. But you have got to build yourself to a point where there is quietness. And so when you are before someone, you are there fully, you are there completely. And that is only when you can see opportunity in between conversations. That is when you can deeply understand what someone is trying to say but not express properly. That is when you can understand people from cue, from their body movements. Because if you study communication very well, you will understand that it is not always about what the person is saying. What the person is saying on many levels is about 10%. There is cue, there's body language, there's words that are not completely expressed, that are not totally said. So it is when you can deeply quiet the noise within that you begin to now hear those things that are not well said. And you begin to generate questions to unravel those ones that are not well said, to unpack those ones that are not well said. So when you are so quiet, you will see in through and you begin to generate questions. No matter how deep your curiosity, if it is not followed up with right questions, you can be misled. Your curiosity can destroy you. If your curiosity is that deep, but you have not been able to build right questions to support your curiosity, it can lead you astray. So quietness is one of the part of internal work that you need to do when you are trying to spot opportunities. It is also the quietness that will help you to see more deeper around you. Because I said that sometimes opportunity lies beneath your feet. It lies around you, it lies beneath your seat. But the noise is too much. The noise is too much. So the second thing I said around internal engineering when you are looking for opportunity is detachment. And I capitalized this one more around pain. Oftentimes when there's pain in our life, we do not detach ourselves, bring ourselves out of the pain and see the issue from distance. Stay in the pain and we begin to cry and complain about the pain. So we are not able to deeply understand the reason why the pain is there. Tough moments, low moments, moments where things are down. Because let me tell you, the good time, the bad time, they are all passing message to you. But it depends on your perception, how you examine them, how you can evaluate them. And that is why you've got to be able to build detachment, step away and see from distance. Take yourself out of the equation and see the equation properly. Because on many levels, when you are in between that issue, emotions is deep and strong. Your emotion is deep and strong and you are not able to see clearly and understand what is going on. So you've got to build detachment and understand the situation from distance. Deep moments, tough time, all of these oftentimes comes with opportunity. And if you are able to build the internal engineering very well, perception is also part of it. Quietness, detachment, perception, how you see things, how you look at what is going on. Because let me tell you, it is the same street that someone will pass and be complaining about the dirtiness of that street, and another one will pass the same street and see those things that the other one said is dirtiness as opportunity. It could be like trash cans. Someone will call it dirtiness, another person will begin to pick them and begin to recycle them. So the opportunity will not speak, it does not announce itself. It is you that you need to look critically around things, around issues, and begin to connect the dots, the ability to connect the dots. And so if you have not built your perception very well, ability to read data, read meaning to things. But for you to really do all of these, there must be quietness in your spirit. You must be quiet in the mind. The turbulences that are going on in your mind must be quiet. And you must be able to step out of every situation, see it clearly. See it clearly. Because the pain point, as it is happening to you, is happening to some other people. If you can look at it critically and address it, you're solving issues. So other people that are also experiencing the pain, you will solve their problem for them. And that's opportunity created already. But for you, on many levels, when you find yourself in pain and all of that, you begin to cry, you begin to complain. This is noise. Nothing grows in a noisy environment. It is not possible to hear clearly in a noisy environment. That is why quietness becomes important. Quietness becomes important. And perception also becomes one of the biggest things. When others are seeing from left, you step back and you begin to see from different angles, and you are dissecting. And from there you can generate something. So on the external things, it's about networking. You need to network, you need to connect with right people. But I said something very clear. There must be a value. And that is where I place the concept of dream. You must have a dream. The path you want to follow, that will be the direction. That will lay the foundation for skills that you need to acquire. That will lay the foundation to relationships you need to build. the network you need to do, the partnership you need to do, the cooperation you need to do. You must gain direction. That's your dream, the path you want to follow, the industry you really want to build your strength. Divided this key part into technical skills and soft skills. Some people have gone ahead to build fantastic technical skills, great technical skills, but they're still struggling because they've not been able to back it up with the right soft skills. Because no matter how great you are, if you are not able to relate, interpersonal relationship skills, problem solving skills, analytical thinking skills, communication skills, all of these are soft skills. And I think there's a research that says the major skills that get people succeeded is the soft skills. The biggest skills that get people succeeded in their endeavor, they are the soft skills. And so you have gone ahead to build technical skills, great. You need to also identify soft skills. You've got to be able to communicate your skills. You've got to be able to clearly demonstrate your skills before people. This is what I do. This is what I can do. This is how I can do it. I've been doing it for this time. I've been doing it for that time. So the ability to clearly express yourself, that's a soft skills. And also the ability to relate with people, ability to speak to the mind of people, psychological conversations. So you must be able to build interpersonal relationship skills. You must be able to build communication skills. All of this you will need when you are building your networks, when you are building partnership, when you are trying to align with people. So all of these I've mentioned actually intertwine. You need them. You will use all of them. You will use all of them. Your dream, we pick the direction for you on the kind of skills you need to build. It is that same dream that will give you direction on the kind of relationship you need to build. You don't just align with everybody. You don't flow with everybody. Everybody is not your own. Because if you follow just anyhow people, you will be misled. But if you build your own family, if you build with your own tribe, so your journey can move better, can move faster. So people are the one that will give you access to the room. People are the one that will give you information around opportunity that is going on. Conversation with people will link you up and will activate some opportunity around your life. So it is about positioning. It's about positioning. It's not about complaining. It's not about crying. I've seen a terrible economy where a lot of people are still benefiting. A lot of people are still thriving. But for you're just complaining. No matter how terrible economy is, people will benefit from that economy. Do you know what is called war economy? War economy, conflict economy. That in wartime, people will still be benefiting. In conflict, people are still benefiting. But for you, because you have not built the right perception, you've not been able to take yourself out of the equation to understand the system. So you're just complaining, you're just murmuring. I once tell people, you met system, you met this word here. And so the system is not going to bow for you. The system is not going to bow for you. You are the one that needs to study system, understand system, and begin to navigate around system. A lot of people are out there complaining, shouting about the system. But at the end of the complaint, what is the next thing? At the end of every complaint, you criticize every system. Capitalism, socialism, religion, you complain about everything. And so at the end of your complaint, what's the next? What is the next? People are here before you, they know about the system. A majority of them are successful, they are doing fine. Do you see them online complaining about the system? Do you see them shouting up and down about the system? They understood it. They met it here. Do you want to change culture? Do you want to change system? So you have got to understand system and build yourself around it, and position yourself to take advantage of system. Align with system. Stop complaining all the time. Critically observe system and take advantage of it. Align with right people. Have deep conversation. Ask critical questions. It's gonna bless your life. It's gonna transform your life. So position yourself around system. Position yourself in this world. I've said it before. It is the world that found people who knows what they're doing. If you know what you are doing, if you know where you're going, the world will fund you. But because you are fighting the world, how do you expect the world to fund you? Your job, all you do is criticize the system. It's not going to help you. The bad people, the good people, they are all in this world. We have all of them in this world. The world is curated to accommodate both the bad people and good people. But you have built yourself to always align with the good people, You don't know how to navigate around bad people and gain what you want to move forward. So you have been constructed to align with only good time, good people. When the world was created on the base of good and bad. So you have sidelined yourself to one portion of the system. And you expect yourself to be succeeded. And you expect success in that kind of manner. It doesn't work that way. So you have got to understand the bad and the good. And learn how to work around the two of them. So in bad time, you know how to work. In good time, you need to work. You know how to work. With good people, you know how to work. With bad people, you know how to do things. I once said, in the school of wisdom, in the school of success, there's nothing like enmity. You just have to position yourself. The people you call enemy today is because you've not developed the mechanism to position yourself around them. You've not developed the mechanism to position them where they're supposed to be. You need them at a particular time. So you have got to build that system to position everybody. The people you call friends today probably might become enemy tomorrow. And the people you call enemy today probably might become the friends tomorrow. The people you need the most tomorrow. So your job is to understand how it works and position yourself rightly. Your own is to know how it works and navigate around everything properly. Build yourself. Understand how the world works and enjoy the world.